Welcome back to Ill Eagle Culture Brands Red Tape Talk. I am your host, John Ostos, aka Ill Eagle CEO, and I'm here with my two counterparts, Cody Big Meat Mauk and Dion.
I got cups, but they're kind of different.
Cup Larry.
I had 3. I was drinking a protein shake before I came, but I had to stir it.
We're not gonna change it to 3.
Have you ever stirred protein in just a regular cup?
Oh, it's a night. You never do that.
Yeah, and then I put creatine in it too. It was like a scoop and a half as well, so it's just like way too much powder to liquid.
It was all chunky.
Yeah, I was like, all right.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Yep.
So what's up, fellas?
Before we start, I have to give a shout out to the first of the 188th ADA.
What is that?
Wait, why are you giving him a shout out? What if we don't agree?
Yeah, and do they sponsor the podcast, or are they giving us money?
Are we talking Marine Corps here, or what are we talking?
First of the 188th ADA is the unit I came from.
Okay.
So,
that's right. They just dipped out, didn't they?
They are currently on the way to the Middle East somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I can say where. I don't know if that was ever disclosed.
Yeah, don't.
But it's they are going to a dangerous area, especially now with all the rising tensions going on across that whole area.
The world at that, but
so I just want to say, best of luck over there, and I'm praying for everybody to come home safe. I feel like they're gonna probably see some shit. That's just just by what I've been reading and seeing on the news. So I just want to say, good luck, and we're praying for you, and I hope everybody comes back safely.
Sure.
Part of me wishes I was with those guys. It's hard to see the friends that you've been in with for a long time, going to somewhere like that and you're not with them.
Yeah.
But I'm at a different point in my life where, I got to choose being a father over going to fight somebody else's war.
Yeah.
Which I know a lot of people have done, but if shit were to hit the fan I feel like they need me, I would go fight. But yeah, I feel like I just wanted to bring that up because I was texting one of my buddies that's in the unit, and he's he's with them. You guys know him. I think you've hung out with him before. You for sure. Maybe you. I can tell you who it is after, but we were texting back and forth today, and I just felt like
he got small biceps?
Oh, he's tall and skinny, so yeah.
Okay.
But
that's not what I was thinking then.
No, not that.
All right.
But yeah, so I was just texting him, and we were kind of going back and forth, and he believes that, just by what he's hearing too, that they'll probably see some action, I guess.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So there's just a lot going on right now, and but yeah, so
help me understand then. So excuse me. I know that one of your sales pitches, one of the shows that we just had recently, you said sign up to the Guard now if you want to stay home and stay local. But so how is this affiliated, and why are they going there?
The ADA specifically is the most deployed unit in North Dakota.
Okay.
That's hands down. I always tell people when they want to come into the Guard, I said I can give you a unit that will never fucking deploy, and then or I can give you a unit where they're busy all the time.
Got you.
So if you want to be busy, ADA is the way. They're always the first to fucking get chosen to do shit. Yeah. But we're always because we're the best. Like literally we've got awards to prove it. Everywhere that we go, we get freaking top marks. Mm-hmm. And everybody wants to work with us. And the top brass out in DC have witnessed that too. So but this mission that they're going on, this is a first for us. This is we're directly using our skills that we're trained to do as far as air defense. Well, I mean, we never actually got to do it in DC, thank God. We never shot down an aircraft in DC, but now they could potentially be using or doing their jobs where they're going to be going and doing that air defense stuff scenario that they're training to do. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So the only shitty thing is that, now they're actually going to a spot where they can take fire too, coming from the other side. Mm-hmm. So boys, if you're listening to this, my hearts and prayers go out to all of you. But the other thing is I wanted to bring up was I've turned into a little bitch.
What do you mean?
I got my tattoo worked on again today.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, dude. I used to sit for hours, 6 to 8 hours and not flinch at all.
Yeah.
Dude, I was fucking I was gripping his fucking chair. I was just tensing up the whole time. And I made it.
Maybe it's from scar tissue because
it could be
done. So
you
covered it, and
this arm is beat the fuck.
Yeah.
And I don't think I like that. I feel like that does play a part in your pain tolerance.
Killed all your nerves
for sure, for sure. But dude, I was like, dude, I gotta tap out because he had some more left. Like he was supposed to finish this today. My left arm, he's supposed to finish. And I was sitting there, I was laying like this, and he was hitting my tricep, and he was just going like this, and I was like, I can't. I have to fucking.
How long did you go for?
It was about 5.5 hours.
Holy!
Oh, that's not tapping out.
That's a long
5.5 hours is a
That's a good sesh.
Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah.
So a lot of people wouldn't even do that. Like the tattoo artist wouldn't even do
Yeah,
5.5.
Cliff's a fucking man. Like he can tattoo some shit, but I was like at the point where I was like, I can't finish this. I have to come back again. So yeah, I was like, dude, I don't know what's going on with me, but I can't fucking finish this today. Because he was touching my forearm, and I was just like, oh my god, dude, that fucking hurts so fucking bad.
That's funny.
You just took some ibuprofen,
Well, I had that numbing cream on, just this part.
but not the tricep.
I heard that shit's really bad for your tattoos.
That's what I heard too.
It fades them.
It probably
and like smears them.
it could. I mean, it looks fine now, but that doesn't mean that in the future.
Have you used it before?
I have used it before,
Oh, okay.
but it
Probably some
it doesn't
white
last.
privilege in there then.
It doesn't last that long.
Right?
I mean, it has to be.
Clearly.
It doesn't last that long. So like by the time I got to the office, there was only like an hour left of the shit. So it only lasted about an hour once I got there. And then it just wore off.
What time did you do it? Like recently? Or you did it in the morning?
Yeah. So I had woke up, this morning, ate breakfast, got all the shit, got it ready. Then I put it on, and I had a meeting with a potential applicant. So I had to put the shit on, then go to the office.
Mm-hmm.
So I let it sit in. But by the time I got to his place and then got in the chair and started tattooing it, it was already fucking, 11 o'clock. So it already had been on a couple, 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it lasted for quite some time, but when it started wearing off, you could tell like all the nerve endings in my fucking forearm
Started shooting back.
it started getting really painful again.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know if I'd want that, but a 5.5 hour tattoo, that sounds brutal. So I don't know. I don't know which I'd rather have.
Yeah.
I've done them.
Yeah. It's tough. It sucks because you got to put your body in compromising positions too.
Mm.
And that fucking
Now you talk about your breathing and all the different shit depending on how you are. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And you have no control over the pain either.
Yeah.
Sometimes it hurts, sometimes it
doesn't.
Yeah.
Right. It's so strange. It's like he was hitting the backside of my friggin' arm too. And some spots were not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
But then he would move like a half an inch over. And then it's just like, it'll hit you like a ton of bricks.
For sure.
And then I'm sitting there gripping. So when I was laying down on my chest or, on my front half of my body. And when he got done, I was fucking soaking sweat, dude. I was sweating so bad because I was just gripping the fucking armrest so bad. I was just like, oh, dude, this
He's
sucks.
like, you good? So the chair's just fucking ruined.
Yeah, dude. Looked like a one-night stand after I got done.
It's like when somebody sprays a bench too many times with the sprayer and then just like slightly wipes it down. That just
It's all wet,
it's like, yeah. You're like, I don't know if this is sweat or if somebody tried to wipe this down.
But yeah, so shout out to Cliff at 46 and 2.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my arm more filled in because I just have the one tattoo and then my chest. But like, I don't know what to do. And then eventually, when I'm older, I want to do my hand.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's a big step. Chase just got this freaking huge jaguar on his leg that you guys will have to see. I mean, hopefully he'll have to drop his pants at the bar or whatever we do tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
He's gonna have to
We'll
show
have to
you.
make him do that for sure.
Yeah. Right in the middle of the bar.
Like what?
He'd do it too. I feel
Just
like,
drop trow.
yeah, but it's
Cody
huge.
just stand up and flex and be like, "It's okay, we're bodybuilders.
For bodybuilders, it's fine.
It's normal."
But that thing looks cool. It's an American traditional, just like
Yeah, he's got a lot of tradition. Traditional.
That's
art.
his style, and he just covered his whole body in it basically. So
Oh yeah.
I was like,
he looks like the clip art pages.
yeah, you could be like, hey, I just want a quick one. Could you turn around?
Turn around, bro. Can I get that? Hell yeah.
No hate. No,
it
hate.
looks cool on him. Though. I like it, man.
He pulls it off.
It's his style. If he did that C-bum mustache, it'd be decked out, bro.
When he goes bald, he looks like somebody you don't want to talk to.
Yeah. Like, go bald and get that curled mustache, bro.
Looks like a UFC fighter or something.
Yeah. But he's weak and doesn't fight, so it's crazy.
Yeah, he was doing good in his debut as a boxer. What happened?
He got busy. He ended up buying a business actually. So
that's right. I seen that. He's
DL Sharper Image is what it's called.
Yeah, I saw him there today actually in his truck.
Yep. So he does carpet cleaning for anybody that needs it. Contact him through Instagram or contact me. I'll set you guys up. So
dope.
Damn, that's cool. Good
Shout
job.
Out.
Yeah. So he's just too busy, but he's 2-0. I think they were both TKOs, and now we're just waiting. He's gonna have to do it again. He just doesn't have time right now. So maybe next year.
Cool.
But yeah, Cody, you've been deployed to places outside of the United States, right?
I've only been to Kosovo, which is southeast Europe.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, no.
Did you see action there?
No.
Kosovo
was like there was a lot of shit that happened earlier. I believe in the 90s is when all of the war was going on there. So all the buildings were still blown up, and it's a beautiful country, but it's kind of a shithole because all of the buildings are bombed and there's garbage everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful women, like besides their teeth, they are fucking gorgeous. They
got jacked ones up there.
Yeah, they don't
vodka.
Have the dentistry is not very good, I guess.
In all of Europe, it's like that. From smoking and fucking alcohol, and their dentistry.
I'm sure a lot of smoking, but and I know they drink a lot of coffee too. But yeah, gorgeous women for sure. But yeah, there wasn't anything going on actually. I've been seeing in the news lately that it's kind of starting to ramp up in that area again.
Mm-hmm.
Serbia's, I think it was somebody prominent got killed in a bombing accident, or it wasn't an accident, something like that.
Yeah.
So now the Serbians and the Albanians are fighting in Kosovo again. And
how long were you there for?
About 9.5 months.
So when you joined that platoon, did you knew that they were one of the more active to get sent out?
I started out in Wapton as a carpentry masonry, and then they were looking for volunteers to go to Kosovo.
Okay.
And then I volunteered. I just happened to end up with them, which was the air defense artillery.
Mm-hmm.
And once I got with those guys, like we were like two peas in a pod, so I wanted to stay with them, which is why I reclassed once we got home from Kosovo so I could stay with them.
Yeah.
Little did I know that we would be the most deployed unit in North Dakota, and I mobilized 4 times with those guys. So
that's crazy. Yeah.
That's nuts. Well, thanks for your service, Cody. We appreciate you going to Kosovo.
Somebody's got to do it. Yeah. I fought in the Vo for you guys.
Yeah.
He's a Kosovo vet.
Yeah.
It was a really, 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 really cool experience. I still think about it today. Like back then when we were there, we were bitching about it. But now that I think about it, like we had a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
We saw a lot of shit, like cool shit. And it was just a really, really cool experience to be there as a 19-year-old.
Yeah. Experiencing culture in general, like outside of our American culture, is fucking game changing.
Yeah.
So game changing.
You definitely see what you're privileged here as American. It's a privilege to be an American. And when you go to another country that's less fortunate and you see how they live, it makes you feel a lot better about being American. And I wish a lot of people would fucking realize that when they're sitting there bitching about, USA this, USA that. Dude, shut the fuck up and go somewhere else where they're less fortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've been there firsthand. I've seen it, man.
Yeah.
In Mauritius, they lived in villages, bro, and it was like, it was different. You know what I mean? It was a completely different scene than what we get to see here. Like what we would consider poverty and ghettos and stuff like that. It's just a way of living for them.
Yeah.
It's nuts. And the only people that are of wealth are like politicians there.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
And I think a lot of, in that particular area, I think it's, there's a lot of mob run, and maybe corruption, like police shit. I think that's a problem.
Yeah, they don't have bribery laws there.
Yeah, I think that's a problem in that area for sure.
Yeah.
But
speaking of law, man, I wanted to bring up a story about some stuff that's happened here recently. I don't know if you guys are on hearing about this, but this woman that was kidnapped in Foreman, North Dakota recently out of a bar that she was working at.
Whoa.
Oh, she was working?
Yeah. So it's a fucking trippy story. And it made me think when we had Johnner on and we were talking about that guy that was going to shoot up the Horace school.
Yeah.
And we got into the details of it with him, and he was like, no, the dude called on himself. And we were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know, like, and obviously my conspiracy mind, one of the first things was like, this dude's being MK Ultra. They're testing it from over a phone or through distance. I don't know. And I was just kind of just joking about it in that thought process. But so this story that came out, and this was like on October 20th even. So I'm going to play the video and then I'll put it on the actual edit here. But I just want you guys to watch it and hear it for a second, because it's a fucking trip.
What's the video of?
They actually have footage
of
the situation happening. Yeah. From when he kidnapped her at the bar, then outside the bar in his car, and then they talk about where he took her for a few hours and kind of beat up on her a little bit. And then I'll give you the punchline and show you the video. But essentially, he ends up driving her to the sheriff's house in this town in Foreman, North Dakota, and gives her the gun and tells her, "Shoot me."
What?
And gets on his knees in front of the car, and she runs into the house of the sheriff and screaming and yelling like this, you know, telling him what's going on. The sheriff wakes up and comes downstairs to find her there. He grabs the gun and goes out there and calls the police, and they arrest the guy. But it's weird. It's like, what made him do that? You know, like are they fighting against a subconscious desire to do this?
Yeah,
you know
like
what I mean?
battle.
Yeah, it's weird. So check out this video real quick, and then we'll air it.
I started losing hope, thinking that he was going to harm me and kill me, and I wasn't coming back.
Those were the thoughts going through Melissa Walters' mind after she was attacked and kidnapped while on the job yesterday. Thanks for joining us on Valley News Live at 10. I'm Stacey Van Dyke.
And I'm Justin Betty. This happened as Walter was closing up for the night at the Deuces Bar in Foreman, North Dakota. That is where we find Valley News Team's Zoe Jones to share her terrifying reality and the surprising end to this nightmare, also caught on camera. You have to see to believe.
Was there ever one moment throughout the night where you for sure were sitting there and you were like, this is it, this is the end?
Yep, that was the early morning.
It was Melissa Walters' second day on the job at Deuce's Bar in Foreman.
It was like any other night. I was closing the bar.
But that changed quickly.
He was walking, then he turned on me, and with a gun. During the struggle, he kind of hit me 3 times, then forcing me out the back door and trying to force me in his car.
On this surveillance video, Ryan Berg is seen taking Walter out of the bar and shoving her into his car. Court documents say he drove her to an empty field, holding her hostage for hours and threatening to shoot her if she tried to run.
I ended up having to talk with him. He hated silence. He wanted me to talk about my family, myself, my upbringing, whatever, just something, stories so it wasn't silent.
What happened next is arguably more shocking. Berg drove Walter to Travis Paper's house, the Sargent County Sheriff. When they arrived, Walter says Berg gave her a loaded gun, got on the ground, and asked her to shoot him. She instead ran into the sheriff's house and started screaming for help.
I was sleeping, and I heard a female voice from my basement screaming for help. And finally went downstairs. I saw the female victim, and she handed me a gun, and then briefly described what had happened.
Berg was arrested. Since then, Walter's daughter hasn't left her side.
You don't hear this happen often, and for it to happen to one of your loved ones is really heartbreaking.
Walter says she's grateful for the support she's received, and the recovery process will be a long one.
Physically, I'm okay. Mentally, I mean, it's still in my mind, and keeping busy is easier so I don't have to think about it.
In Foreman, Zoe Jones, Valley News Live.
So that's odd though, right? Like that's some different experience shit, bro. Like, and we've seen it twice now in North Dakota where this weird mindset change happens amidst, like in the middle of potentially doing something really bad or really big.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird, and it brings us to that conversation that comes up a lot, which is something I don't think we ever really dive into a lot, which is mental health.
Dude, I was just about to fucking say that.
We just had another mass shooting in Maine.
Yes.
I think there's like 20 people dead now.
Yeah.
So far.
So far. I just saw something before we got here that there was a bunch of police barricades being set up around a house somewhere there, so they might be
Think about
have
getting
caught
him.
up with the guy.
Yeah.
Because I saw his parents were pleading for him to like do the right thing.
Yeah, they know who it is.
Yeah,
but,
they know who it is, but they were trying to find him.
Because like at like
He
5:30 today, I saw like some YouTube videos and stuff that were like uploaded 40 minutes ago. It looked like they were barricading and stuff. So I don't know. They must have got him.
So, to my understanding, they this guy was committed to a mental hospital earlier this summer.
Mhm.
Talking about the main one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was actually committed, and he had they stated he had mental health issues.
So check this out though.
They had legal firearms or no?
Yeah, check this
I
out
don't
though.
know.
The narrative is crazy because yes, we have a mental health epidemic, but what's really the root cause of it? A lot of people right away go to social media. Well, yeah, look at social media. The comparison issue that we have with humans right now is like you look at someone on social media and you think they're living this fucking amazing life, and now you feel inadequate. You feel like you're not doing anything with your life because these motherfuckers got it so good. But the reality of it is we all know that these motherfuckers are pretending on social media. That's why they do it, right? But mental health, whatever the situation is, whatever's causing it, what makes people with mental health, quote unquote, shoot up innocent?
I don't know.
Like
It's
schools
fucking-
and like that. That
It's
just
so
doesn't.
strange.
It doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah.
Like I love that we have something genuine to blame because I do believe mental health is a real fucking thing. I know a
Absolutely.
lot of motherfuckers with really bad mental health. Most of them kill themselves.
Yeah.
And
Right.
not to say like that's the better thing, but
Right.
what's making these particular ones that don't kill themselves and that eventually always get caught or whatever the situation may be or get shot up,
Want to take out other people
go
with them.
shoot kids, bro.
Kids. Yeah.
Or other, you know what I mean? And as soon as it happens, it's like the news and everyone's ready to start talking about taking our guns away. Politicians bring it up all of a sudden again and say
Yeah.
this is why we need to
Gun
change
control.
gun laws and have
Yeah.
control. And it's just like, fuck, and it's always conveniently because the old argument was, criminals like this don't buy their guns legally. Well, now all of a sudden it's all registered gun owners that are fucking doing this, and they've been buying these guns and
Right.
stocking up, and
Yeah.
it's just like it's almost too perfect. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
hate to discredit anything that's happening because whether it's real or it's fake, it's
Yeah.
fucked up. They're taking innocent lives, bro.
Right.
But what's making people with mental health specifically decide, or some of them decide to
Kill people.
go kill people, and
Yeah.
especially children?
Yeah.
What's making them just run up in places with ARs and all this crazy weaponry and just shoot the fucking place
I
up?
can imagine what kind of person you would have to be to kill a child.
So
like that.
and so that should tell you like it's 1 in a billion, right? Or some crazy shit. So the odds are really crazy right now with how many people have actually done it then, because that should be a rarity. Like to not even be able to fathom what would make someone go there. You have to think, God, that's got to be such a rare occurrence in the human mind that you could be a otherwise decently functioning human, then one day
Right.
just go, I'm gonna fucking kill a bunch of innocent people.
Yeah.
Because of your mental health. Like that doesn't sit right with me for some reason.
I know. I'm right there with you. I have. It's fucking hard to think
It's
about.
crazy.
It's fucking hard to think about.
I feel like, I mean, especially for people with like that have the mental health issues, obviously like a lot of their trauma stems back from from where they went to go shoot people up. Like obviously with the kids, it's like, okay, it's at a school. Generally that school is where they find their trauma, or like that's where the only place where they didn't have trauma or didn't have that violence that they were facing, and that's their safe place, and they no longer have it, and so they are angry at that place now because they aren't allowed to be there. So that's the one for that. But like
that's probably rare too though. Like I don't think we've heard a lot of the stories be that was the case.
The bullies. Like a
bully. Okay, like there's
like
been
Columbine.
there's been like a bully situation that we're aware of.
I don't think that's happened.
Yeah, but you're talking about kids that shoot up kids, right? Like that's what that ended up being.
What's that?
Like the school shooting.
The Columbine.
Yeah, I mean that was high schoolers. shooting up their classmates because they were
right. But that's what I mean. It's like that's different. Like I can see kids being pushed to do crazy shit like that, bro. Like it's sad as fuck too.
Yeah, it sucks.
But when these grown ass men show up, like for example, the dude that shot up the movie theaters, right? You remember that one, the orange haired Joker looking dude.
Aurora, Colorado.
So he had trauma from the movie theaters. You know what I mean? Or what about the dudes that did the Boston Marathon bombing? They had trauma, you know what I mean? So it's like,
but then it's also,
I think those were just terrorists.
But I don't even remember they were saying that they were being framed and it wasn't real and like they were running and all this crazy shit. So like, it's always got to be some kind of weird shit that you can have speculation about, which sucks. But they want us to narrow it down to mental health. But I think if you narrow it down to mental health, then it widens all the way up and goes, okay, but why? Why is mental health sometimes driving only these specific types of individuals to want to go and kill innocent people? And kids, like that, just it's mind boggling, man.
Especially that Stephen Paddock guy, that just didn't make sense at all.
You know,
so strange.
It's just I don't know, man. I don't know. In any case scenario, it's completely fucked up, and I'm sure there's no way to justify why someone would do it short of actually being able to prove that they were like MK Ultra or some crazy shit like that. So it's
there's got to be something. There's got to be something going on. And you know, I saw somebody posted on Instagram like mental health is the epidemic.
Oh, 100% it is,
and it needs to be addressed. Like now,
it's not gun control. It's not fucking all this other shit that we're talking about. It's literally mental health. It is, and we're highlighting. But I mean, from a government and political standpoint, right now, we're giving the mental health people a platform to go and say they deserve to be heard and be included. You know, like it's like I think we shared one of those ones on our group page about that the white guy, or it got deleted, I think, but it was like some dude from Minneapolis, a city council member, went onto Instagram and was saying how white people need to shut the fuck up about black people issues and about the Palestine issue because white people don't know what they're talking about and can't relate to the issue, and they're not willing to go to the extreme and break the law in the name of freedom. And so white people have no fucking right to talk about the black issues or even fight for their black, you know, like it's so weird, bro. It's like the way they're spinning things to me, and I'm sorry if I offend anyone with this, but to me, it makes me feel like I must be one of the most intelligent people on the planet right now, and everyone else is stupid as fuck, that they can't see clear as day these weird agendas in front of us. Or that you can't identify how, because I know some of these people really believe these things when they say like white people are bad right now and all this. I know some people really believe it.
Now it's the Jews.
Well, now it's the Jews. Yeah, sure. But
it's been the Jews for a while.
Well, yeah, they've been, but see, we could go back into Kanye here, you know what I mean, if we really want to get down to it, but we're not gonna. But my point is like it's always obvious that something's up, but people still jump on the bandwagon because of inclusion, and because they've given a platform to the mental health people and said, "Oh, hey, life needs to be fair for you." You know, so like by making it fair for other people, they try to make it unfair for all the ones who weren't complaining about shit. But because we weren't complaining, we're privileged, and it's unfair. But I don't know. Everything's turning upside down. It's so fucking weird.
I've been telling you guys for a while now how difficult it is to recruit nowadays because everybody's on medication. Like anxiety, depression.
Bro, my son just took the ASVAB.
Yeah.
He scored like a 70 something.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it seems like if a kid says that they're anxious or they're depressed, it's immediately get them on pills.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Prescribe. Yeah.
Everything's about this. You seen that they were saying a bunch of people in Congress or Senate were recently buying up war stocks.
Yeah.
Like
Interesting.
this is the
money.
The money is everything, bro. That's why they say that money's the root of all evil.
God, I wish fucking people would realize that these pharmaceutical companies,
garbage.
They won't fucking.
So they just regulated peptides. The FDA just changed the regulation on peptides, limitless mail and all those people. They can't buy them anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like now you're gonna see them. They're not gonna be able to be found anywhere, and that's mind boggling because it's big pharma saying, "Oh no. You're not going to be making all that money getting people right and healthy and doing it in a fucking clean way." So they shut the shit down. They changed the regulation on it at the FDA. Shit. And now fucking like limitless mail, all of them are calling all their clients and being like, "We can't get it. Stock up because we won't be re-upping."
Well, actually, like the video Marshall sent me here last week was Hani Rambod talking about just like staying healthy as a bodybuilder, like his tips he had a doctor on, and somebody asked about peptides, and like he was just like, you just never know what you're getting, you know. Obviously if you're getting it from a doctor, it's more likely that it's going to be true to what it says it is, but like people buying it on just black market websites, you don't even have to be black market, honestly. It's just regular websites, but you never know what you're getting.
Well, that's where everyone's getting their steroids too.
True.
People are buying their steroids from junkies in this community, bro. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like they don't give
it doesn't matter. Yeah.
My point is that if it's the real deal, they're legit.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually can make you really fucking healthy, and they can reverse a lot of things when it comes to aging and recovery and healing and all this crazy stuff. Like there's a lot of science behind peptides to say they're good, they're legit, and they turn on a natural engine in your fucking brain to make things work the way they're supposed to work.
Yep.
So of course the FDA would slide in and take that shit away, bro.
They want you fat, lazy. They want you dependent. They want you depressed. They want you anxious.
Mm-hmm.
They want
you gay and not reproducing.
They don't want you healthy.
Everything that they
with
shouldn't.
A strong mind, confident.
Yeah, no
eating
way.
Healthy.
You can't think for yourself. You have a government. Why do you want to think for yourself? You have a fucking government. We will govern you. Yeah. We will govern you, and you can go be stupid, lame, and lazy. And we got you. You're hungry? Let me know. I'll feed you.
Yeah.
Like that's how real, like that's what they want from us right now. It's not just America though either. Like we only speak on behalf of America. Bro, this is happening in every fucking nation. That's why you know it's an agenda. Every nation in the world right now is doing this at home, what our government is doing here.
Yeah.
Every one of them. Our government's trying to tell us that they're making fun of us in other nations, or our media is, but the reality of it is they're all going through it too, bro. They're all doing the same shit. Or like I'm even seeing these things, and I'm just speaking to the ignorance of stuff. Like people are posting all over the place right now, like in LA and shit, bro, in Venice and all that stuff about missing children posters from Palestine or Israel or whatever being ripped down and by motherfuckers there, and they're just like fucking fucker, and they're filming them. They're like, fuck you, who cares? And I get it, everyone's getting riled up, right? But to me, I'm like, nah. They're dividing us. They're doing it right here at home on purpose. What the fuck? And I'm not trying to be insensitive at all, but who the fuck, in all reality, gives a fuck about a missing kid in Venice that's in Israel? What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
So it's like I get it. I think it's disgusting that people are ripping them off. I'm not saying that's okay. I think it's gross. I believe you're in the wrong if you're being that hateful towards fucking children and innocent people, right?
Yeah.
So, but my point is, there's something tricky happening here. They want us to do that right here. Otherwise, who's posting these in Venice Beach, California, that there's kids missing in Israel?
Yeah.
Who's putting up these missing posters there? And why?
Yeah.
What's the point? You know what I mean? Not to be insensitive at all. What would be the point to do that here in our land, bro, in America? What are we going to do about it? Are we looking for these kids in the streets of Venice, California to help and save them? Or like, are we expecting people to jump on a plane and go look for them there? Like, I'm confused. So when I see people getting into arguments on the internet about like that fucking piece of shit ripped the poster down, I'm not like defending the piece of shit that ripped the poster down, but I'm also not defending the person that's going, what the fuck either, because I'm like, my mind goes to, well, why are they there?
Yeah.
And what's the fucking purpose of them being there other than to do what you guys are doing right now, to divide you and make you fucking hate each other and turn us all against each other?
Right.
That's the only reason why we would be posting those things here in America. It makes absolutely no sense to me. They're doing it in New York too. Why?
It's weird because anything we say or do here in the U.S. No, in the U.S., like we can't do shit about it anyways. They're gonna do what they want to do.
It kind of reminds me. It kind of reminds me of the BLM movement.
Yes,
when they were like putting pallets of they're putting pallets of
bricks and shit everywhere.
In the corners.
Yes, they're staging. They're staging the act for them to do.
So they're using people's emotions.
Yes. But how divided were we when that was going on, bro?
Dude, that was bad.
We were divided as fuck.
That was bad.
Like it was the ugliest thing
honestly,
I've ever seen.
I think it's worse now. I feel like it's worse now.
It is. It's on a larger scale now. But
much larger scale.
But on a more serious scale. Not to say that stuff wasn't serious, but let's just be honest. We all learned that BLM wasn't serious.
BLM
the issue that they were using to their advantage was a serious issue. Yeah. It just wasn't the kind of issue they wanted everyone to believe it was, right?
And it was a scam. I mean,
it was a total scam.
Yeah.
But what we're seeing now is on a world level, and it's based on war and crimes against children, and it's fucking bad, bro.
Yeah.
It's bad. And they're just manipulating the shit out of us right here in our own fucking country. About some shit way the fuck over there that we cannot do anything about, bro.
Yeah.
And our own military won't even go there right now to resolve the situation. Our own president won't even step up to the plate to say something and to, call a ceasefire or nothing, bro. None of. But yet you're posting missing posters people posters in Venice. Yeah. And I'm not being insensitive about the fact they're missing. I think it's fucked up, and I wish there was something we could do. Mm-hmm. But I question why they're even being posted here, if not just to stir the pot and divide us more.
I think it's a valid
because it's
question.
working. It's fucking working.
Right.
If you look anywhere on social media right now, in this country, we're, especially in the big cities like New York and fucking California, we're divided as fuck, bro. There's kids. I saw a video of some kids hiding in a building because there was protesters outside and they heard there was Jews in there.
Yeah.
And they were trying to kick the door down.
Jews.
That's crazy.
Right here, bro. Right here in America.
Yeah.
Why? Like they won. They got us again.
Yeah.
We're sitting back watching we're sitting here watching a movie take place every year in a different fucking, fashion. And only some of us had realized that we're spectators.
The elites.
It's the elites, bro.
The elites are controlling.
They're winning. They're winning. This silent majority bullshit, bro. We don't got nothing. Yeah. Where we all have the mindset and the understanding of what's happening, but it doesn't matter if we're the fucking majority. They're winning.
Right.
We're stupid. Every single one of us in this country that is playing the game and falling for the bullshit and fighting amongst each other is stupid as fuck. Absolutely stupid. I'm sick of it, bro. Yeah, I'm sick of the ignorance in the human race. Like, I can't even fucking fathom. I thought we were fucking stupid in the hood growing up doing all the bullshit we did with gangs and fucking drugs and territory. You know what I mean? Yeah. I thought that was ignorant when I had this life change and understanding.
Should have known when COVID came around that there's just not very many smart people around.
Yeah. But you know what? We've never had to test that theory because I think we were better about kindness and love and like respect.
Yeah.
But all that shit is out the window.
Yeah.
People don't even respect themselves no more, bro.
That's very true.
Yeah, it's bad. They've got us, bro. They got us. In 2020, everything that happened then was all to be exactly where we're at today.
Right.
And they won.
Yeah.
And it's only increasingly getting worse, man.
Yeah.
And we're over here like, playing the fucking politics chess game, thinking, we moved that person there and now we're in it. Oh, you guys watching it next year. We just keep moving the pieces, thinking these motherfuckers are gonna get positioned and fucking win something, bro. In the process of all that happening, they're already winning. It's all a disguise. It's a distraction to keep us fucking with a false hope so that none of us become the silent majority that steps up. We become the silent majority that's waiting on that motherfucking, on Trump and on fucking Gates and on, Trump, you know what I mean? We're waiting on all these fucking idiots to save us that could save us today if they were really who they're supposed to fucking be claiming they are.
Yeah.
But instead they're like, no, let's vote about it. In a couple of years, we'll fix this shit.
I'll just say this.
Bro, they're destroying us before we get there.
When Trump Dog was in, there was peace on earth.
Was there, though?
There was. There wasn't any fucking fighting.
But there wasn't peace. And I don't mean that I'm not being like exaggerative either. I mean like
large scale.
I mean, we were still divided, bro.
We were divided.
We were still divided when
there was no wars or anything.
But I'll tell you right now, in retrospect, I'll take that back any day.
Yeah, but
that division that we had there was minor.
We were divided on a false fucking
understanding.
Yeah, false understanding.
I know, bro. I'm a culprit.
100%. You know, the mainstream media perpetrated that. So I don't know,
bro. I feel like I'm honestly the poster child for that trickery.
You are.
I am, because I fell for it. I was pissed, bro.
John thought I was racist. Dude.
I was gonna get all of you. I was gonna get all of you too, bro. My father-in-law, my brother-in-law, they didn't have a chance. I mean, I was gonna get them. But nah, man, I actually did the research so that I could tell you guys what a bunch of fucking shitbags you are. And instead I made myself a fucking believer in Trump might be the best person for the job now.
He died like a dog.
Like a dog, bro. I was pissed, though. I'll never forget how in 2016, I was just looking around my gym at all the white dudes in my gym and thinking, you fuckers, man. Like, you're going to smile in my fucking face. And then on Facebook, post all that Trump shit and do all, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, making America great again, talking all this shit, bro. And I'm just thinking to myself, what? Really? Like, I'll turn to Kayla and be like, you see him smiling at me right now when he checked in? She's like, yeah. I'm like, he's a Trump supporter. I'm a fucking minority. Like, what should I be doing here?
Dude,
like, I was mad, bro. I was offended.
I was fucking clueless.
I was offended.
I was so clueless.
I wanted to go fucking get an arsenal of information and videos and show them why they should not be supporting Trump and how it was offending me. I wanted to show them, because the news told me, bro. The news told me that he said racist shit about Mexicans. The news told me that he was racist. You know what I mean?
You should have known better when Trump had a picture of his Mexican salad bowl, and he was I like Mexicans.
But see, bro, they made that look like that was condescending.
Racist. Yeah,
they made it look condescending, because that was one of the things that triggered me. I was like, this piece of shit. They made it look condescending, bro, but it was sincere if you watch the full video and not just the edited version the media gave us, right? And here's the most fucked up part. This is why they're so good at what they do to us, bro, because I already knew Trump wasn't racist. Yeah. I know right now, I can tell you this because I knew it back then. When I say things like in the 90s, Trump was all over our culture, bro.
Oh, yeah.
He was in every rap song and video. Rappers were talking about being a billionaire like Trump. And you know what I mean? He was supporting black everything, bro. Movies, videos, you name it. Trump was the man back then. They loved it. And you know, he was like how they looked at Clinton when Clinton cheated. They were like, oh, that's my nigga now. You know, like they loved him. You know, like he was part of culture then. That's how they treated Trump. And I always knew that. But it didn't register when they were telling me how fucking racist he was on the media, because that was our information source, bro. It was, I trusted the media back then for lack of a better understanding. I was just kind of like, the news is the news. Like, that's legit shit. It's on CNN.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was falling for it, bro. Yeah. Even though I already fucking knew factually that he had never shown signs of being a racist, and they loved him in black culture, especially, bro, rapping and all that. Like, he was the man. And then I let them tell me that he was racist, and I bought it, bro.
Now just think of all the people that didn't fall out of it, you know?
But that's the difference. We're lazy in the fucking brain, and we don't like to go research for ourselves. We'd rather say someone told me, and so it's factual. Right. I've never been that way.
Right.
I've never been that way. The second that I decided I was going to eat motherfuckers up, I was like, I'm going to go research my shit. I'm going to come back. I'm going to fucking burn all these pieces of shit that are smiling in my face. And I never made it that far, because the more that I researched and the more that I looked up and the more I went to get documents and facts and look into stuff that was real from the White House, from Trump, from, you know, wherever I could find info, the more I started to sweat my thought process, bro. I was like, wait, this isn't fucking right. Like, this isn't making any sense. He's racist. Why isn't he racist? And then that was it. That was the beginning of the end for me. I was like, nah, fuck it. There's no way. There's no way. And then I got with the program, and then my eyes opened.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck. Well, it's even bigger than this. You know what I mean? And that's when I went down the rabbit hole, man.
And then that's like, we might have talked about it before, but that's basically when everybody started opening their eyes and paying attention. Like, oh, there is fake news. Like they are propaganda.
Yeah.
Yep. Fake news.
Fake news. Yeah. Everyone like made fun of him.
Now they coined that term is coined now.
Yeah. Ron DeSantis. He always does that too now. Like, geez, dude.
So, but anyways, I did want to bring up, did you guys see that fucking guy, that off-duty pilot?
Oh yeah,
tried to take
he
down
was
the
from
plane.
North Dakota. They're saying
So he
had ties to UND.
So he went to UND for his flight school, and so he was an off-duty pilot that I guess just lost his shit and tried to take down the plane.
They said he took mushrooms.
He was like,
they're attacking mushrooms right now too, bro, because the psilocybin's being documented as medically
because it's working.
Yes.
Yes.
So they're attacking it now. So they're trying to make people look like mushrooms are making them go crazy. Bro, he took mushrooms 48 hours prior.
Oh,
that's like saying he did that 2 days later after drinking alcohol.
When they claim that he
to
was
blame the alcohol, you know what I mean? That doesn't make sense.
They claim that he's been up for like 40 hours, and that's like that played a part of it. It was he was up for 40 hours and he was on mushrooms. But from what I've been gathering, like it was like he just had no idea what was going on. Like he was just like shocked,
like every other mass killer or attempt to kill people on a large scale.
I thought they
all are dumbfounded, don't remember shit, and they stare blankly at the world, bro. Like, okay,
they gave him like it's very strange. They're charging him with like 20 counts of attempted murder. Yeah, that's crazy,
and a bunch of federal charges.
And he didn't even succeed. I mean, obviously, thankfully, he didn't. But that's crazy. I mean, good.
I have no idea what the story is there, and.
Bro, they're coming for everything.
Yeah,
they're literally coming for everything. I even saw that there's a couple of politicians somewhere that are coming for the weed legalization again.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, like they're coming for, bro, like trying to like talk about how it's affecting the mental health crisis in America right now and this and that. Like, bro, it's nuts.
Yeah,
it's nuts. Everything that's
Everyone's
good for
so
us,
much more calm.
Everything that's good for us, they don't want us to have it.
Yeah,
everything. I'm not even kidding.
I think it's a proven fact that mushrooms.
It is medically and scientifically proven. Psilocybin is fucking dope for anxiety and stress, like depression.
Yeah.
People lose it off of it, bro. Like if you microdose that shit the right way, you can completely do away with your anxiety.
I heard a lot of veterans are actually moving into the psychedelics, and it's been working.
Yes, bro. Fucking Joe Rogan's a big
proponent
of it, but
Mike Tyson.
No. What's his name? The bodybuilder. Dorian Yates. Big time shroom head, bro.
Yeah.
And meditator and yoga guy and all that shit now because he found his inner peace, bro.
Yeah.
And he raves about fucking shrooms, psychedelics, bro, and the benefits of them.
Yeah. Well, it's natural, dude. Yeah. It's natural.
You can just look at like Canada and stuff, and like they've had it legalized, and nothing bad has come from mushrooms out there.
No, we create everything bad here, so that we can attack things. That's why these mass shootings and all this crazy shit, they're jumping on that, bro.
Yeah,
because they want our guns.
Well, they want you fat, lazy, and
unprotected,
dependent on the government,
and unprotected. They want us to believe they'll protect us. And look at them right now. They can't protect us right now.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say after we watched that video. Is like, you guys got to keep your strap. If you can't have a strap, then at least have somebody that does and
you got to
protect those around you that can't protect themselves.
It's on me when I'm sitting around you guys because I don't trust nobody.
I wouldn't either. I'm just kidding.
Every time we look at Dion and shit and we think about the Middle East issues and shit, you know, like I start thinking, I don't know, is he black?
I don't know with that beard, that beard, that black hair.
I get it. What do you mean? John is like in the same boat. If he wasn't so big and like Samoan looking, you wouldn't be like, oh, he's Mexican for sure.
Yeah, you would.
No, your beard's too big. It just doesn't work.
Too full, huh?
Yeah, way too
spot or patchy and shit.
I never seen a Mexican do with a beard.
Those
like
are my
that.
African roots, though, bro.
Yeah,
that's where I get it from.
Hey, the other thing I wanted to bring up was so there was another incident with a cop and an African male. I don't know if you guys saw that
recently.
Is it the one? Did one of us send it? I feel like I've seen something.
It was the dude was driving. It was a white male cop too. So the individual was driving on interstate. He was going 100 miles an hour. Blew past the cop, so the cop pulled him over, and he said, "Hey, you're getting arrested." And he's like, "Why?" "Well, it's a felony to go 100 miles an hour." He's like, "Isn't that just a speeding ticket?" And he tried to put the handcuffs on him, and the dude started resisting. And then they get into an altercation, and he tries to tase him, and the guy, like, it didn't affect him.
Mm-hmm.
And so the dude was like choking him. Cop is like had his back I go like this. And he's like, yeah, bitch. Choking him, right?
So there's body cam footage somewhere.
Yeah, it's the dash cam. It's all on fucking dash cam.
Where was this?
Georgia?
I haven't
It was
seen
in
this
Georgia.
one.
I haven't seen this one at all.
It was in Georgia. And then, so
Was it this week or?
it was recently. I don't know when it was, but he was able to get his firearm out, and he shot him when they were wrestling. And the guy falls down, and he says, "Don't fucking move." So then, everybody shows up and whatnot. But I was just reading the comments, and of course, you're not supposed to read the comments, but
No,
I love reading
the
comments
guy
on everything.
The guy
It's so
said,
funny
one of
now.
them says, "Why did the cop use lethal force on an unarmed person?" Another situation where the improperly trained officer escalated a situation.
it's like nobody can fight better than anyone.
And executed a person. He should be in jail for murder. Okay, dipshit. You're the type. That's the type that was screaming, "Defund the police."
Yeah.
Defund the police.
Imagine if I'm just beating the shit out of somebody. They can't. They got a gun, but they can't use it. It's
Just watch UFC.
Yeah.
Those are all trained fighters.
Yeah.
Expertly trained fighters, and one of them always loses.
Yeah.
So when it comes to that situation, if you're getting overpowered, you have a right to defend yourself, bro.
They weigh the exact same the day before. They go in, they fight, and
But someone always loses, bro.
Yeah.
So like, when it comes to a scenario like this, like, yeah, a cop has the right to do that. You can argue how that's wrong or whatever you want to, but without that, we're fucked.
But if I'm fucking fighting with somebody and I'm struggling, you better believe I'm gonna fucking pull my firearm and use it.
Well, that's the point I'm trying to make.
Unless we're downtown
Like, someone always loses a fight. So I hate when people say, this is another example of poor training and these
I'm talking
motherfuckers.
about if I was a cop.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. But these people were saying, I would do it right now. Self-defense, motherfucker. I'm not losing.
Yeah.
I'm not. Fuck, this
There is no
self-defense.
losing.
He was choking me out. I thought I was gonna die, so I popped him in his head.
Yeah.
But this is what the people make that argument. They say, another scenario of a poorly trained police officer. They're supposed to be trained how to do all this. It's just like, yeah, motherfucker. So is an MMA fighter, but one of them always loses.
Yeah, and the ref's not gonna stop in when it's on the streets.
And it's not up for a cop to just be like, well, this is it for me. I don't want to shoot the guy.
So if that guy would have,
You know what I mean? Like, you really think that's what their expectation is, bro.
Yeah.
When they make comments like that, it's like they're saying, why didn't the cop just go out on his shield?
I guess I lost.
right.
It's like a ship going
it was
down.
a fair hand-to-hand combat. It was like fair hand-to-hand combat, and he lost. Why didn't he just accept the defeat?
yeah, you should just fucking let him.
Just
kill
let
him.
the guy kill him for now. It's not fair that he had a gun.
He's not gonna be able to kill him with his bare hands.
Yeah, bro.
He's only getting choked out.
Hey, but before we get too far off and close this too, while we're on the topic of the gun issue, have you guys seen the one about the little kid at the football practice that shot other kids?
Yeah.
So there was at football practice, and some of the kids on the team were teasing each other or fighting over chips or some shit.
Yeah.
And little boy runs out to the parking lot. His mom's chilling in the car waiting for him, bro.
Yep.
He goes to the passenger door, opens up, grabs a fucking gun, turns around and dumps on two kids that were bullying him, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Just dumps them. Shot one of them and then grazed the other one. I think the kid lived, surprisingly, because it was like in his shoulder.
Yeah.
But just, bro, we're talking like a 10-year-old, 11-year-old kid, no hesitation.
And the mom was just like, she took the gun from him, put it in the car, and just
she was freaking out though. You could tell, like, she chased him when he grabbed it. She ran around the car, and you can see she's yelling. I'm like, no, and he dumped so quick. Like, when I say no hesitation, it was like he's done it before.
Yeah, that kid
at 10. He went to the car, grabbed the fucking gun, and dumped.
There's no future there.
No,
That's
but
scary
here's the
stuff.
other thing: the gun was loaded.
Yeah.
The gun was loaded. He didn't have to think twice about it. He
Yeah.
knew it was loaded.
Yeah.
And it was. So, like, mom's at fault.
It was, no safety.
Yeah.
I'm sure it wasn't on safety.
Under the
nothing
passenger seat,
just,
too.
Why would you do that?
Where your son sits, he's so much so that he knew it. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, that's a bad situation. So, like, yeah, bro, we have a lot of dumb motherfuckers with guns. There's no doubt about that. The system that we use to make sure that people can only get them legally is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
They could probably add something more extensive to check people's mental health. I could support some shit like that.
Sure.
But these motherfuckers are going to get guns no matter what, bro. I can tell you, like, when I was, and we're talking a long time ago now, but when I was 16 years old, bro, if I was able to get my hands on grenades for some gang shit, I promise you today they can get a lot more.
For sure.
Especially
I promise you.
I mean, the cartel would jump on that. For sure. The cartel would jump on that.
Bro, all they got to do is call the government.
Oh, yeah.
and then get whatever they want.
Yeah. CIA gets kickbacks.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Do we want to go over this or not this week? I think we got one more week, and then we would have to go over the Olympia stuff.
Let's do it next week because we'll have more time and we can really cover the topic.
And we can put it up.
But next week, we should be in our new studio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
that's gonna be exciting.
And we'll have our TV mounted and everything like that, so we can actually like use our TV for our.
When do you have to be out of here?
The first.
Okay.
The Vito's taking over though. And yeah, he's gonna have all these bays right here.
That's crazy.
So he's just like, no big deal, no rush or whatever. He even said we could stay up here if we wanted to, but I don't. It'll be weird.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like to share a space.
Start
with
a car. Just
no, but like I think he said that he's gonna like make it like a customer lounge area and stuff too. So he's gonna cut a hole in the wall so it goes all the way through his other ones.
Oh, sure.
And bro, he's got Lambos and all that shit in here all the time. Like I don't want to be responsible for nothing.
Yeah.
So we got a cool little spot though. I'm excited to put. We're gonna create this kind of same one again, but I think we're gonna redesign a second kind of setup so we can have two different scenes that we can shoot content in. So it'll be fun to kind of come up with something.
Yeah, we're getting towards 50 episodes here soon, right?
Yeah. So our 50th one, we should do something.
How are we
big.
going to stream the show? Because we talked about not having internet, but we're going to need internet if we're going to stream that show. The bodybuilding show.
What are we going to stream it from? Phone? Or like?
Well, we can do it from a phone to because we'll have service over there, but we're not going to be by the airport no more.
Yeah.
So we could stream it from our phones.
You don't even hotspot?
Yep. No, you don't even.
Yeah, I could do a hotspot too. Though, and we could do it from the computer if we wanted to. But yeah,
as long as it looks good on
from the phone right to the
cast
TV.
it to the TV. Yeah.
We'll have to see because I've never had any luck with hotspot being quality.
That's what I'm saying. If you just cast it from your phone, then you can cast it to the TV. It looks exactly the same, so it should be fine.
Yeah, I think it'll be flawless. We'll be fine.
Flawless. Did you guys see? Well, before we close, did you guys see those two kids that ran over that retired police officer?
Yeah, those fuckers were laughing.
They were laughing at court,
flipping off the family.
God damn! I wish they would fucking fry him,
bro.
dude.
I'm telling you, everyone's fucked up in the head.
I wish they would.
All I've been watching is funny memes about comments being super messed up and like.
Yeah, these kids, man. They
you follow all the pages making fun of the shit that comes in the content of the pages we follow.
Yeah, exactly.
Trolls.
Yeah,
he follows all the trolls.
What would you do? What would you do if you were in the courtroom and saw that?
I'd be in one of those videos that people show where the family jumps over and tries to fucking kill him.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I wouldn't be like those dumbasses that think they could kill someone with a punch.
So it was two. Yeah, they killed him. They ran him over.
They ran over a cop.
He was a bike riding, I believe.
Yeah.
And they
the videos on the internet everywhere.
Yeah, they stole a car.
How old are they?
Like 16.
One's like 14 and one was like 16.
Yeah.
They were in a stolen car and they were just driving around filming themselves doing dumb shit. And they saw this dude on the bike and they're like, get him, watch this. They pull up behind him in the bike lane and just blast him, bro.
Yeah.
And he was a retired police officer.
They
killed him. They're driving away laughing, homie.
Yeah. When they were laughing.
Yeah. And now they're in court. They just showed a video of them in court where they're being tried for this murder and shit. And they're sitting in court, like covering their faces and they're looking at each other laughing. Bro. And they're flipping off the family members and shit. Like they're sick in the head.
Oh,
bro.
that's definitely you're getting.
Yeah, they're sick in the head. Shit. But you wouldn't have to do that, bro. If you kill one of my family members, I'm coming over there.
Yeah.
You know what?
Don't let me in the courthouse. I'm coming over.
Hey.
And I'm not going to do what they do where they try and knock them out with one. Like, I want to kill you.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump over, grab your throat, and rip that shit out, bro.
Yeah.
I would use my life savings to wherever they end up, whatever fucking facility. I'd be like, I'm going to find out who your cellmate is. I'm going to make him wealthy as much as I can.
Yeah, right?
He can have all that ramen he wants.
I'm going to get you all the cupcakes.
Yeah.
You're going to learn.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, no, this is a good talk, man. I still say, whether people like this or not, man, I fucking love the three of us being able to get together and just talk some shit, man, and have a conversation. I think
it's a
good
nice
for the soul.
Stress relief.
Yeah, it's good for the soul. Makes it easy to go home and do all that other stuff.
Tolerate your family. No, just kidding.
Dion with his dogs.
Yeah. Dude, my cat's been meowing at like 4 a.m. every single morning, and I'm just like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Your cat thinks he's a rooster, homie.
Yeah, and he's gonna get fucking cocked in his face if he keeps doing it. Nah, animals are great. So anyway, yeah, this is another episode. You got to do it. I always forget.
Yeah, I'll shut us down. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, Dion's gonna get up and run to the restroom. You waited till the end at least, though.
I did. I toughed it out.
Yeah.
I'm a big boy.
Better hurry up. I got to pee too.
All right, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about us. Don't tell your friends about us. Talk your shit, good or bad, doesn't matter as long as you're talking.